Hey guys, John Crestani here. So in today's video, we're going to be going over networking. Now, it's kind of a funny concept. Why do you network if this is a completely online business? And I want to make clear, any business, networking is essential. Right now, you're kind of networking with me. You're getting training from somebody else. You're getting information and whatnot from somebody else who's been in the industry and who's letting it known to you. Now, networking can be a huge unfair advantage, and it can create for you feedback loop in your business. You start surrounding yourself with the right partners, mentors, masterminds, JVs, groups, forums. You can be able to just have access to ideas or insider knowledge of offers or whatever that are working faster and than anybody else. You can get higher payout offers. The more you know, the more you grow. And the same thing with the better quality of people you know, the more opportunities and the more possibilities open up for you, no matter what business you're in. So let me write this up. Great news is you don't need to be located anywhere specific to take advantage of everything that you can get with networking. So a few things I'm going to be going over are conferences, events, forums, Facebook groups, masterminds, JV partners, and mentors. So we're going to kind of start at the most broad place first, but conferences. And what's great, and another side note about networking with other people in the industry is you get more insight into, you get more specific knowledge into what you're doing, but also what you do is you ingrain yourself and you get yourself focused, and you can remain focused if you're doing focused networking. You're surrounding yourself with the right people. One of the great things that I have is the people I surround myself with now are all really big affiliate marketers, affiliate network owners, and just other very successful entrepreneurs. And I want to make clear, I don't hang out with these guys all day, but we're friends over the internet, or we talk and whatnot. We're in the same Facebook groups, and just having access to these people and having these people around me has made my progress and my success happen faster. It's made it more ingrained. Whenever I need something or I have a question, I can go directly to the right person that I need to know. I want to get better at Facebook ads. I want to hear about a new feature they released. I want to hear about, I need somebody to outsource, a particular part of my business to. Whatever I need, I have access because I've surrounded myself with the perfect people to know. So first off, conferences. Conferences are great. There are a number of affiliate conferences that that happen every year, and I would highly suggest you go to at least one affiliate conference if you can make it, or if you're at the income level where you can afford to go to one. Because what conferences do, I remember my first time going to Affiliate Summit in Las Vegas, and it makes everything so real. It makes everything so real, and you meet hundreds of other people that are just like you, that are affiliate marketers, that are earning full-time incomes online, and there's something about that which you're like, whoa, okay. Because right now, maybe I'm one of the only big affiliate marketers, that's, flying around the world, doing my own thing, making money and all that jazz. Has cool office space, I'm, doing all these cool things. But if you want to create that six-figure or seven-figure income for yourself, having those people around you can really help. Conferences, I would suggest Affiliate Summit West. So I'm just going to throw this out here. Affiliate Summit Great conference. They have it every year. I believe they have one in Las Vegas, they have one in New York, and then they have one in Europe. So this is a great conference to go to. Another conference which is really, it's a newer one, but it's probably the most insane conference you'll ever go to with the most highly successful affiliate marketers, is called Affiliate World, AffWorld, and they do Asia or Europe. So AffWorld Asia or AffWorld Europe. And they throw this conference, I think they only throw one a year, and it's either in Berlin or it's in Thailand. And the affiliates that are at the Affiliate World conferences, is held by Stack That Money Forum, are just insane levels, and very aggressive affiliates. One's making 7 figures, some making more. Some have sold companies for 8 or 9 figures. You meet some really high level people at the Affiliate World conferences as well. Affiliate Summit's the biggest one in this. They're in the States usually. The next big conference I would say is Traffic and Conversion Summit. Call it TNC, Traffic and Conversion Summit, and that's held by the folks over at Digital Marketer, which is run by Ryan Dice and Perry Belcher. And this conference is kind of a mixture. Usually, I think they're usually held in Austin, Texas, or San Diego, and it's all sorts of internet marketers, from affiliate marketers to e-commerce people to service providers to software people, but you get a lot of just kind of straight up just direct response marketers, people who know how to, at all of these, you'll notice a big trend. The biggest guys are all doing paid advertising, and the guys who have the most freedom are doing affiliate marketing. So that's really cool, and that's what we're doing right here, is paid advertising and affiliate marketing. But you'll see it's a huge industry. When you go to these things, you'll be like, wow, over 10,000 people attend each affiliate summit, and it's a huge market. It's growing. The number of people in this industry that are doing the things that we're talking about right now is massive, and there's room for a lot more because all sales is moving to the internet. Highly recommend these. Go to one whenever you have the time or the money to afford it. It'll make things really just sink in real. You'll get a lot of value out of them. And say hi to me if you guys see me. I go to these conferences every once in a while now. I definitely don't go to every single one anymore. But say hi to me if you end up at one of these. I'd love to say hi. I've seen so many people whenever I go each year. It's really cool, but I highly suggest these. In terms of events, another way you can find out about stuff that's going on is attend events. Again, there are a lot of online. There's a lot of both offline events where you can go to meetup groups or Eventbrite groups. I look at Meetup and Eventbrite. Here, I'll write this down. Meetup, Eventbrite, and just search in these groups, search marketing. And even if you live in, like the middle of nowhere, you might be surprised. There are lots of groups and of people that come together to talk about stuff related to online sales and online marketing, which basically is online sales. So meeting people at these things is a great way to kind of bring in accountability partners. I think that's a really key thing. If you start having people around you that you can, ask what they're doing, what progress they're making, and vice versa, you start kind of creating these feedback loops, and you can really help this become part of your industry. Make this your business. No matter how much or how little you work, having these people around you can help. I started off in 2008 actually. I started going to meetup groups almost every single night. I was out here in LA, and every single night I'd do my job, then I'd go and then I'd find a meetup group to go to. I'd get some free coffee and donuts usually, and I'd meet other people who are at various phases of success in marketing. And most of the people that go to meetup groups were a little lower level people, but you start realizing, oh, this is a real thing, and you don't have to do person-to-person sales. You don't have to slave away at a job. You don't have to earn a salary or a wage. You can make this pretty serious, and you start seeing people that just start making tons of money. I was going to these every single night. I just searched marketing on Meetup or Eventbrite every night. I was at groups and I was just digesting information. I'm getting an idea of what other people are doing, because in the beginning I was pretty lost, and I'll go into mentors after in a little bit. I'm going from broad to personal, but a mentor was really what took me to the next level. Forums are very powerful. I would suggest you, if you're looking for, forums can cost money. The best forums cost money. There are a number of different forums you can join if you are more of, if you're looking for more of that community and you're looking to interact with other high-level marketers. What I would suggest you do is there's Stack That Money forum. Stack That Money. There's Mad Society. I'm not sure if it's still around. Mad Society, and then there's some free forums such as Wicked Fire, Warrior Forum, etc. And Wicked Fire and Warrior Forum were never that high level. Both of these forums are very focused on paid traffic, affiliates, and there's some really high level people in there. Stack That Money was one of the places I started when I was really getting into, just trying to hear about what other successful affiliates were doing. Because again, you want to hear from what other successful affiliates are doing, and I don't know, it was motivating really, most of all. Again, you guys have an unbelievable advantage in that you have everything you need. I've given you campaigns to make everything work. You have the data, you have the ads, you have the land airs, you have the offers. So you're ahead of 99.9% of people. You're starting at such a big advantage, but I still would be, it wouldn't be right of me to not mention all of these things, because these really helped get me started, is just surrounding myself with the right person. You've gone straight, you've committed, and you've dedicated yourself to a program with one of the biggest and the best affiliate marketers. So you're starting at a massive advantage. But what I did when I was trying to get into the game is I did a lot of these things to meet those people that were really crushing it online. And the more events and conferences and forums I went to, the more I realized, oh my gosh, this is real, and there's tons of people making money, and there's tons of ways to do it, and there's, it's not saturated at all. I just needed to figure out my way. One of my favorite things is actually Facebook groups, okay? Facebook groups are huge. I'd suggest you join Facebook Ad Buyers group. There's very specific groups depending on what sort of product you're promoting or depending on what traffic source you're using. I'm guessing you're starting with Facebook, because Facebook is one of the biggest ad networks, and it's just huge. It's got amazing, the data that you have to target people, and the methodologies that you have available to you on Facebook are just fantastic for marketers. But joining specific Facebook groups can be really helpful, and they're so specific They've helped me a lot. I'm in a few Facebook groups. I'd say I probably post, I post on a regular basis whenever I have questions. Generally, what I do is I turn to Facebook groups. If I want if I want to learn how to do better video editing, there's a Facebook group of just people who talk about ranking YouTube videos. There's multiple of them. If you're talking about how to create, how to write better advertorials or how to write better ads, there are Facebook groups for those. Just search around and you'll find some good communities that are active, that are engaged, and that you can use to get ideas from. Again, these things make everything you're doing really real. Masterminds. Yeah. Now, masterminds is an interesting concept created by Benjamin Franklin, I believe originally. Is what he did was he would create curated groups. He would have roughly 10 people in a room that were all smart or thought leaders, in business or in politics or something like that. And he would have just not too big, not too small, and put them all in a room together, have them help each other and work on their problems and discuss big ideas. Masterminds are unbelievable advantage. If you have, I'm in a monthly mastermind. I'm in one called EO, Entrepreneurs Organization. It's only for entrepreneurs that are making over $1 million per year. And EO is a really great group for me to be a part of. We meet every single month. If you miss more than one meeting a year, you're kicked out. So it's a very serious commitment. It's a very serious group. And they're all business owners with businesses ranging anywhere from 1 million to 25 million. So and what we all do, and it's my particular mastermind is the people are in different industries. One person is in textiles, one person does garage, does import and export of garage door components. Another person does. She's a social media influencer teaching fashion and style. Another person runs a PR company. Another person sells e-commerce products that are leg socks or whatever, the compression socks. Another person does solar panel for commercial developments. So they're all across the board, but the thing in common we all have is we all have different strengths. And we're all from different industries, which is really interesting for what I'm doing, because I'm trying to get to the, I'm just trying to grow a massive, massive business. The masterminds I started out in were all marketer specific, and I would suggest look for marketing specific masterminds if you do a mastermind. Now, one word of, one kind of thing here is masterminds can cost a lot of money. Masterminds can cost a lot of money. For EO, even though it's all people with $1 million plus businesses, we pay $10,000 a year to be a part of it. Now, I know masterminds that they only meet quarterly, but they cost $50,000. I actually know masterminds that cost over $100,000 a year to be a part of, and they meet 4 times a year. That's Tony Robbins Platinum Partnership. But you can surround yourself with very high level people. So these can really help. Obviously the price tags can be really big for some of these things, but there's nothing more invaluable than being in a room with other people on a high level, helping you out. It's really cool. And I know some people that they just are a part of a lot of masterminds, and they facilitate business relationships, and they make a lot of money in between. So it's pretty cool. I don't go to many, other than my EO group. I get invited to a lot of masterminds because people want me to be a part of their masterminds, because people want to hear about, what am I doing? What am I doing on advertising? How am I running my business? Obviously, a lot of people are envious of me because I don't have any employees. People in my entrepreneurs organization, some of these guys, they'll run a $10 million business, but they have 80 employees. And all of their employees, many of their employees have criminal records. They're doing labor or manufacturing or whatever. And it's a hassle to deal with a lot. If you have 80 employees, it's like a big hassle to deal with, and like all this it's the point is, masterminds they're costly, they can be very effective, but don't jump into something if you can't afford it. Again, utilize these, but they'll put you on a high level with people. Another, mentors. Mentors are pretty key. For me, I've had mentors that never knew they were a mentor to me, but I've also had mentors that I would talk to on, I would actually talk to or see in person on an infrequent basis. Mentors, I say, are generally people that are 2 levels above where you want to be. Tim Ferriss is somebody I would consider was a mentor to me, even though I've never really, we haven't done many interactions in person. I did, for years I'd never met him, but I considered him a mentor because I looked at what he did, I backwards engineered what he did, and I tried to replicate it best I could, because he was doing affiliate marketing for brain boosting pills, for brain supplements, when he started, and I really took a lot of what he said to heart, and I said, I'm going to follow this. This is a lens through which I'm going to use as kind of a guiding light. Maybe I can even be a mentor to you. That'd be cool. For Tony Robbins was a big mentor to me, even though, the most I've done is shaken his hand. He's helped me a lot, and I've been to about a dozen of Tony Robbins's events. They've put me on stage as a testimonial to the fact that what he does works, and I give him a lot of credit for helping me become successful. But I'd say one of the most meaningful mentors was a guy I met in 2012. His name was he goes by The Rich Jerk. His real name is Kelly Felix, and he runs a very large internet marketing business. They do infomercials, they do a lot of online advertisements on Facebook, YouTube, Google, etc. And he lives a very nice life. He has like 5 children. He lives down in San Diego. Mentors can be a big help. With Kelly Felix, I met him in 2012, and he didn't give me much advice. He was just like, oh, yeah, you're trying to make money as a marketer? Okay, you should be an affiliate marketer. And you should do it for, he was running a company at a time. So he said, yeah, be an affiliate for us and target these keywords. That's all he said, basically. He said, oh yeah, target competitor keywords and do paid advertising. He said, you'll crush it. And I did that, and I just focused on it. And I said, okay, if that's the direction you're telling me to go, because this guy's made 8 figures, 10 million plus, I said, I'm just going to figure it out. I'm just going to do it. And I did it, and that boosted my income to over $50,000 a month. I was the top affiliate for his gold investment company for a time, and for years, and was very successful at that. So power of mentors can be huge, but again, don't having somebody you follow, following almost without question, but I wouldn't take it to that. Obviously you want to keep free will and all that stuff, but having somebody you can say, I trust this person, I'm going to do what they say, is really helpful in the beginning, and it can, beyond, can really help point you in the right direction. If you look at Bill Gates, one of his mentors is Warren Buffett. He created, Bill created Microsoft, and then to grow his wealth exponentially, he had Warren Buffett as a mentor. Sean Parker was a mentor figure to Mark Zuckerberg. And all throughout history, you can see so many people have had mentors at high level to help them become very much successful. So a lot of work there. And the last thing is I put in JVs. JVs is a term we use in internet marketing. It's called joint venture. And what I mean by JVs is I mean joint venture partners. And it's almost like a business partner in transactional businesses like what we're doing. We're not relying on investment money to necessarily to succeed. Joint venture partners, typically you don't have a formal business like ownership shares written up, but typically you say, okay, we're both going to work on, I'm going to work on my stuff in the business, you work on your stuff. I'm going to work on the ads, you work on the pre-sale pages, and we'll share in the profits. I make 50%, you make 50%. And the best joint ventures are when you find other people, whether it's at the conferences or events or forums or groups or masterminds, that complement your skills. I've never really had business partners, to be honest. I work with a number of JVs on different, just certain aspects of my business, but I've never had true business partners. But the power of JVs is helpful for a lot of people. I've heard of a lot of successful people where, one person focuses on the ads and the creatives, and, maybe one person does kind of like the data analysis and some of, the websites or something like that. I've heard of a lot of successful partnerships. So finding people that can complement your skills in business, if there's something in business that, in affiliate marketing that you absolutely hate doing, maybe you're like, I don't want to be doing any data analysis, but I'm perfectly fine, putting ads on Facebook or putting ads on Google. But I don't want to look at I just want to put it, and I want to have somebody else just, cut the bad ads and, put more money to the good ads. That could be a joint venture right there. Again, you don't need formal business arrangements if there's just people that complement your skills. Lots of people have become successful. You can also call this collaborations. But yeah, this is a pretty cool thing that can help you out. And again, to meet these people, typically you're meeting them through all of these areas. That's basically it. That's it for networking. I think networking is a pretty important thing. What I'll say your homework is, or an exercise you can do, is look up, whatever country or state or wherever you are. Look, go on meetup.com or go on Eventbrite, or go to some of these conference websites and just do some research to see if there are any marketing related events or meetups or conferences that are happening within a few hundred miles of within driving distance of where you live, because it could be interesting and you could learn something from attending one of these things. If there aren't any events or meetups, no worries. You can join some Facebook groups, but just do the research. See if there's some events, conferences, and try to find some Facebook groups about affiliate marketing that you might be able to be a part of. So hopefully that helps, and look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Oh, and one last note, the events, my webinars, my weekly coaching sessions are a huge way. Obviously, I'm on there doing Q&A every single week. So attending these things with me is just, I think, an amazing asset you should be a part of. And obviously you have our Facebook group to be a part of. So don't, interact with people in these things. I've provided these resources to help you guys out. Make sure you utilize them and engage with them and treat them with passion. So hopefully that helps.